Welcome back to another episode of Lasagna-Craft. First things first, I want to show you what I did off camera. Number 1, I replaced the furnaces with a bed. Number 2, I made a nether portal. Number 3, I connected said nether portal to a nether highway. Number 5, I made a cool pathway to the nether portal from the nether highway. Number 6, I did not do the interior of the first floor. And finally, number 7, I made a pathway that leads up to the house from the place. And it goes up. It's pretty easy to navigate. But what will we do today? Well, the reason that I made the staircase is because Grimwald came over and he said, hey, it's annoying to go up all the blocks to your house. And that's true. And another thing that's annoying is deciding where you're gonna park your boat. Do you park it here, where it's smooth? Or do you go further and you park it directly in line with the staircase, like I have been doing? It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision to make. And this episode, I plan to get rid of that problem once and for all. Because we are going to build a nice old grist mill with a dock and whatnot to park your boat that especially screams park boat here. What is here? I don't actually know. We're gonna have to decide where we're gonna put it. Do we put it here or do we put it here? I think it's gonna be most likely here because it looks like the hill here where it goes up is easier to flatten by just extending this steep slope down a bit and then just making all this smooth, and it's gonna be easier like that. I'm gonna have to terraform it a bit off camera. I'm gonna flatten this hill, it's gonna be a bunch of work. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue it like downwards like this and then delete everything that's left of here. I'm also gonna get some stone with it, so overall it's gonna be a bit more intensive of a project than at least the house was, because we just plopped it on a hill. But this is gonna require some terraforming, but it's gonna be worth it, I am sure of it. Well, there you go. This whole section is disconnected, so all we have to do is just get rid of it and then make it look nice with dirt, because right now it's gonna be just a straight line made of stone, and that's pretty ugly. This is proving to be pretty difficult and time consuming. I've had to go repair my shovel twice now. The pickaxe is doing fine because I switch between them to gather both cobblestone and smooth stone, but yeah, this is I expected to be done with this a bit quicker, but no, we have no beacons, so this is how fast we're going, which is not that fast. I would like to go much faster with this. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of work afterwards with making the terrain look natural and whatnot. So we're not even halfway done with even the beginning. This has got to be my least favorite thing of all time. Thankfully, I've reached like the edge of where I want to terraform to. So now I can like actually do the contours of the area of the terrain, so I can visualize it better to where I want to go. But my god, I thought I was going to get this episode out in a single day. At least, no, like record it in a single day, and then release it another. No, not at all. This is going to be a multi-day project. I've spent hours now, and we haven't even started gathering the materials or building the thing that this episode is even about. Oh, holy crap. I did it. I did it. The whole area is now flat. I still need to mine all the stone and place all the grass and make it look natural-ish. But, oh my god, I'm so... At least I don't have to think about it anymore. Like, I can do mindless stuff like this. But whereas before I had to, like, cut corners here to, like, make it look semi-natural. But now it's just mindless mining of stone and placing grass. It's complete. The terraforming of this entire area. It's about as well as you'd expect. But nonetheless, now we have space for the actual build. Now we can do the actual build. Well, we could if we actually had the materials, which we unfortunately don't. We will have to gather them, and there's a lot of different ones. I've looked at the list of the materials that we need, and we're gonna have to go on a full adventure just all around the world to gather some of them. There's things like bricks, there's things like tuff, which we need to go underground. We will need clay, so we'll need a glowing cave, a lush cave, that's what it's called. We'll need glow berries, that's a thing that we'll need. So overall, we're gonna spend a lot of time underground. And we're gonna need mushroom blocks, so we're gonna need to venture out into either a dark oak forest or a mushroom island. Also, this is all the stone that I have. Yeah, I have a lot of it now. So, let's crack on with the actual gathering of the materials. And the first thing that I want to do is, while we're on the surface, is get mushroom blocks. Because they're right there in the forest that we need to deforest. So, I'm hoping we can squeeze enough out of that. If not, well, we'll have to look for another source of mushrooms. But the problem with gathering mushroom stem is that it's notoriously hard to get because you need silk touch and there's just not a lot of it in the world. So I am going to have to make an investment and just make another diamond axe that I will put silk touch on. And we're just going to use that to get all the blocks. And it's going to take a while. Whenever I need XP now, I can just come over to Enea's place. And just trade sticks with the villagers that he has in these towers now. Because now I do have a permit. Now he lets me use the villagers for trading and he won't kill me for it. Also, he's got another one, a much better looking tower going. Because I helped him with this one. You're welcome, Enea. Okay, so I got the axe. It's got silk touch and efficiency. It doesn't need unbreaking, I don't think. We'll use it that much. It's just for mushrooms, but I just want to see how much we get from one red mushroom and from one brown mushroom. So we only need the stem, but I'm also getting the red ones because we might need them in the future because I do like the way they look. Only 5 mushroom stem, and we need stacks upon stacks of this thing. I might have overestimated, or rather underestimated, how long this would take. It's been a while. I've used up more than half of the diamond axe, and I'm only like halfway in with the stems, and also my inventory is full of like regular mushroom blocks. So, okay, I guess it's not gonna be as simple as I thought. So I've gathered the mushroom blocks that we need, but the second thing that we need is probably even more annoying to get. It is bone blocks. It is bone blocks. For that we either need to go into the nether or get a lot of bone meal. And I think I know just the place. See, Enea has an iron farm, but he wants payment so I can use it. Yeah. He wanted a kiss. Well, now at least I can use the iron farm to get flowers. And with these flowers, what I will do is I'll do a little station out back here for 5 that will automatically convert all the flowers into bone meal. That's what it will do. So these stations, which is just a chest, goes to a hopper. The hopper just puts flour. Hopper number 2 gets bone meal and puts it in a chest. I'm just going to fill these up with the flowers, and slowly, while we AFK, they're going to convert all these flowers into bone meal. And hopefully this way I'll get enough to, you know, avoid going into the nether. We're gonna need a lot, so we'll have to make a few trips to the Enea's iron farm just to get all the flowers put on the chest. But yeah, I think 5 will be enough. I could have done one more actually. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Making all these trips is absolutely horrible. I never want to do it again. I need shulker boxes now. Well, it looks like the sound of them placing is over. So let's go out and check just how well our efforts paid off. A stack and 4. Stack and 15, not even a stack, not even a stack, not even a stack. Okay. I expected more, but granted, it wasn't that many flowers, actually. Enea needs to AFK at his farm more, so I can get more flowers. Because I expected, like, each chest to be filled, but that wasn't the case, so... I think this technique works. I think this technique of just, getting bone meal out of flowers works, so I'll keep the stations and I'll just hope that Enea AFKs at his farm soon so I can steal the flowers again. But nonetheless, we need about 2 stacks and a half and we got 35. Okay, that's not a lot, but then again, not a lot of flowers. So overall, I do think I prefer this method to the going to the nether method. In the meantime, though, we need about 5 stacks of acacia wood. And not like normal wood, like this, like the wood that has the bark on all sides. And the way you make that is you combine 4 regular logs to get 3 wood logs, like with bark on all sides. So we do get less. So we'll have to get like, I don't know, 7 stacks, I guess, or something, of just acacia logs. But it's not as interesting with lots of techniques with the bone meal and whatnot, so I'll see you guys when I have all the stacks of acacia. So I said I'm going to go gather acacia, but I got a bit carried away, so now I'm stealing a villager from Grimwald. Sorry about that, Grimwald. But I really need this guy's bookshelves. I traded with this guy for bookshelves, he ran out, and I need him, like, nearby. I mean, if you want Grimwald, I can return him when I'm done. But I need, like, a lot of bookshelves from this guy, and I'd rather just have him ready instead of going here all the time. Hey Grimwald, this is Editing Orange. I just want to say that I'm really sorry, but your villager did not make it back. I didn't, I guess, take care of him well enough. I put him in a boat on the shore where I'm gonna be building, and he disappeared for some reason. So just contact me for what you want in return for him, and I'll try to make it up for you. And with that, I've gathered up all the materials that we are going to need. So let's get going and get this build made. Do you know what the most annoying thing in Minecraft is? And I'm not talking about burning in lava and losing all your stuff. No, that stuff is infuriating. What I'm talking about is mildly annoying. Because I think I found the new one. It's waiting for your wheat to grow when you know you have to get the episode done recording. It's very niche, it's very specific, but that's what I figured out. It's a very annoying thing that seems to be affecting me greatly, and I have no bone meal to actually fix it. Either way, you'll see why that's a problem later. First off, I tested something. I think this looks good. Either way, let's do just like we did with the house. Let's look at the build and let's review it. Actually, let me sleep first. Let's review it, look at the details. I'll give you some commentary on the details on the building process and whatnot. I'll avoid giving you spoilers right now. I'll just try to get down without showing you too much. but I think I can give you a view of what I have done. This has taken me ages, and my god, I am so proud of it. This is so beautiful to me. I am so proud of how well Pottsfield is coming together. I extended this pathway, and it leads into an old grist mill, which we'll take a closer look at shortly. I just want to first off give you an overview of all the landscaping that went into this. As you can see, the terraforming, it has paid off. It has definitely paid off. At first I thought it would look weird, too flat, but no. With the fields, it looks just right. As you can see, this is the part that's not growing for some reason. But yeah, this will grow. This will grow. Just ignore it for now. It's got scarecrows over there and over there. The tactically placed pumpkins are covering the water, which I really like. It's beautiful. The path, especially with the puzzle. I think puzzle is one of the most underrated building blocks in all of Minecraft. I love puzzle. We're keeping the autumn landscape with all of the jack-o'-lanterns and the pumpkins. This leads up into the entrance to the town. The sign says welcome to Pottsfield for any newcomers who might want to visit. There's also a dock where you have to park your boat. You park it and then you just waltz right in on the town. But first thing you see will be the old grist mill, inspired by one of my favorite shows, Over the Garden Wall. Only inspired by. I didn't do the exact copy. But I did do the little white building with another added building. That was basically the only inspiration. Because in the show, the old grist mill is depressing. It's scary. It makes you want to go away from it. Whereas here, I wanted to make it look inviting, but also abandoned, just how it is in the show. The feel I wanted to get out of the old grist mill here is that it's clearly not kept well, but it's, well, not completely abandoned because someone still lives here. There's lit lanterns, there's flowers growing, which indicates it's, well, not that well kept, but there's lanterns growing, and you'll see inside it. I try to keep that feel going, just how you might expect. It's not an old grist mill without the water wheel. Andesite went well with the rest of the building, but I thought it looked a little bit weird, so I might change it in the future to, or add like birch trap doors and something like that. I think here I'll add a bridge, but that's for another time. For now, let's just analyze the main part of this whole build, which is this old grist mill. So as you can see, the windows are not symmetrical, and neither is the whole concept of the building. This one is made out of, this added building, an extension, is made out of one material. This is made one out of the other. And this is on purpose. And so is this. The bone blocks and the mushroom stem blocks, I tried to go for a feel to like make you think or make it appear so that the bone blocks are like a clean wall, but on the bottom and on the top there's like stuff leaking, and here it's dirtier, so it looks darker. And maybe at a distance it achieves that, but up close not really. But also it still looks good, so I don't care. We'll look at the interior shortly. I just want to do a full 360 here. So one also thing, a lot of the windows are boarded up windows, like with planks like this, but also some windows, like the extension, is made out of actual glass to indicate that it's not been abandoned for too long. It's just not abandoned, but rather just not kept very well. This is what it looks like from the back. As you can see, more actual windows, more berries, more vines, more bushes, and don't interrupt me, please. Yeah, there you go. That's what you get. You're stuck in a boat. This is what it looks like from the back. Let's move away from these guys. They're annoying me. There's chains here and there to like imitate here at the entrance where there's a lantern, and these chains, like I was trying to make it look like there were lanterns, but they maybe fell or someone took them, but the chains were still there to really give in to that abandoned feel. But let's go inside, and this is what the extension looks like. First, I wanted to put like wheat hay bales in here, but after that I decided to put a chimney on top, and so I added a furnace, which goes like this. It's a bit inaccurate because the chimney is on the back, but whatever, it looks good. More chaining. There's a jack-lantern looking out for lighting. Let's go further into the old-grist-mill. Here I put an enchantment table because I didn't really know what to do with the interior. Interiors are not my strong suit, but I decided that I need an enchantment room anyway. So this is the place where it's going to be. And I wanted to add a grindstone here, but I forgot. I'll put one there later. Lanterns to indicate that somebody is still living here. Like from the, you can see from the azalea leaves here and the azalea leaves here that somebody's watering these plants. But yeah, this is what it looks like. These chests are empty. I'll put like lapis for the enchantment table later. But let's go upstairs, and yes, it does have an upstairs. It's not that impressive. This is another furnace room with a bed and a crafting table, and more windows that are boarded up, and one not. This area is rather unfinished, I would say. I wanted to make this look like the area where the wheat is grinded into flour from the mill, from the water wheel. But I didn't know how, so for now I just went to blast furnace once again, because I wanted to finish recording, because this took me a lot of time. It's late right now as well, so hopefully you can forgive me for my sins, but I might fix this. I probably won't, but I might, if I figure out how to do it. But yeah, this is what I was AFKing, waiting for the wheat to grow. Somebody may find refuge here. You can see from the window the house. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this build. And I hope you can enjoy it as, like, I hope you're impressed, because I impressed myself. This color palette with the podzol and whatnot, and these blocks, the pathway, is one of my favorites, and I'm glad I could tie this build, which isn't an actual extension of this color palette, but I tied it in well, I might say. So I'm proud of myself for tying it in, especially with this, which is another different color palette. Well, it's not that different, but it just has orange. Nonetheless, after adding all this, I might move the nether portal. Like, I'm almost determined to move it, because I want people to see it when using the nether portal. I want them to see this entrance. But yeah, this is it. This is the old grist mill. This is what Pottsfield will look like. This is the vibe that we are going for. So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're impressed with this build. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See ya.